Welcome back to Garage Games. Just me here today. I'm not going to be doing a battle report. I just wanted to, throw a little shout out that I'm heading to the big tournament this weekend called Arc40K. So you've seen a battle report of that maybe a month ago, where we tested one of the missions, and it's a 1350 point tournament, and I just wanted to showcase the army I'm bringing along, and I was planning on trying to grab some footage of the tournament as well to give a bit of a rundown of how that goes, and to tell you guys how my army went in the tournament. So if you're unfamiliar, the Arc40K tournament, it's got a big focus on hobby and sportsmanship. So it's not designed to be a super competitive tournament. It's more around bringing your models and having a good time type thing. So there are some mechanics built into list building and things like that that encourage people to bring lists that are more relatively balanced. So things such as you can't bring super heavies. There's no I'm not sure if there's a Supreme Command detachment restriction or not, but they offer sort of tournament points and things to people who bring on specific types of lists, and that's what this one represents. So for context, the type of list is called an Arc-Forged list, and it's got 2 HQs, a minimum of 2 troops, and maximum 2 heavy support, and there's some other restrictions in there around units, but you get rewarded extra points just for bringing an Arc-Forged list, and you get rewarded more points for having more points in your troops than anything else. There's sort of limitations, like you lose some points if you've got more than 2 flyers, which I do. I've got discs of zinc on some of these guys, so I think I was just going to cop that hit. But generally it's sort of designed so you're bringing along fairly balanced things, so it's a level playing field. And I just wanted to run through some of these units, just so you know what I was bringing along. So this list is led by a Demon Prince. He's got a pair of Warp Talons, and giving him the Warlord trait Otherworldly Presence. I found that's been pretty good. 3-up involves very solid, and if you can get some buffs on him, then he can be quite a problem. He's been given the Helm of the Third Eye as his relic, and I typically spend a command point to give the Dark Matter Crystal to the Zangor Shaman. So obviously I've got a Zangor Shaman in there, but I've got Araman too. He pulls a lot of heavy lifting with the psychic phase. In the troop slots, I've got a couple of units of cultists just to sit around on objectives and whatnot. I've got a big 30-man unit of Zangors with Zangor blades and a Brayhorn. Obviously they're there as a hammer and also a bit of a distraction card effects if they need to be. And I've got a squad of Rubric Marines here too. So I don't, aside from the Rubric Marines and this Las Predator, I don't have any other shooting. So I'm not really designed to take on hordes. I think that's going to be a big counter to this list. But if I come up, I've played a similar list to this before at another tournament, and if you sort of get a good matchup and get a lot of elite armies, then you can do really well because your psychic phase is relatively strong. You can sort of push through that, but if I'm up against some sort of horde, I think I'm going to have a few problems, even with the extra bolter rules on those rubrics. But we'll see how we go. The other heavy support slot I've got is a Mutalith, so I don't necessarily know if they're that competitive or not, but I know you've probably seen a couple of games with it on the channel, and I think they're pretty weird and crazy. And they're pretty good as a tank as well, just putting them on something and absorbing a lot of hits because they're fairly tough, so that's one thing to do. And I got the 3 Chaos Spawners separate units. The last game I played, I ran them separately, and they sit on objectives up the back, and if the opponent doesn't have ranged that ignores line of sight, then these guys can spend all game on an objective. You know, it doesn't cost a lot. 25 points a model. It's pretty good for a single unit. So yeah, I guess that's a real rundown of the army I'm taking along. Yeah, I'm just sort of going to cross my fingers that there's no hordes. But you know, I'm going to try to capture, I guess, some of the activity at the tournament in a couple of days and see if I can get that up on the channel and just sort of give a bit of a showcase of what's going on. Yeah, so you know, if there's anything you sort of like to add about this list, you know, if you've got a couple of days to give me a little little heads up on some strategy maybe. But yeah, you know, I think it'd be a good opportunity to show off the Arc tournament. It's the biggest one in Australia, so yeah, it's good to sort of show that to the international stage for all you people outside Australia watching. And yeah, hope to show that to you soon. Thanks.